Hello everybody, Quiet Atheist here. And today's video is going to be about another video that I had seen earlier. Now initially I wanted to go after this guy and really clown him, you know. I really wanted to make an example out of him, but I realized one thing, you know, what would that prove? You know, what would it prove for me to go over there and act like a complete idiot? So I wanted to come at it with a little bit more of a logical standpoint. And keep in mind, I'm willing to go past all the ad hominem attacks that he made, threats, whatnot, and I want to have a simple conversation. His YouTube username is God's Watching YouTube. And if you guys want to check out the video, it'll be located in the description box. But I had a problem with a lot of things he had to say, and it is one of the reasons why I do what I do. See, I come across a lot of Christians a lot that say hurtful things to others, especially us atheists. I think most of you can agree, you know, that a lot of them insult and degrade us to no end. And it does bother me at times. When I watched that video, I left a little nifty comment on there, a little funny one. And thank you guys, whoever did it, for voting it to be one of the top comments next to Live Life. That was cool. But anyway, all that aside, you know, it really hurts to see people think that way about us. It really hurts to see people say that we don't have morality, that we don't have this, that we don't have that we cannot possibly know anything without God. It really hurts to see people judge us the way that they do, such as this man in this video. And actually, you know, I'm speechless to some of the attitude that he has. The thing I've noticed a lot about Christians lately is when you try to come at them with a very sound argument or whatnot, you know, they usually take it as an attack, you know. So they usually throw up walls, shift goalposts, try to shift the burden of proof, use our calm and reasoned approach as an assault towards their intelligence or whatever story they concoct, you know. And it actually gets pretty ridiculous. I look at life like this, you know. Life is very precious to me, you know. I am a humanist, you know, and I don't judge the way people look. I don't insult people unless they insult me first. And when I went to that video to watch that video, I got a little upset because I had seen this man in this video insult a few of my good friends in the comment section, and I got a little upset about it. That's why I started commenting in the first place. And one thing you'll find about me as the time goes on is I'm very loyal to friends. Especially the ones that I meet here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. As soon as my Twitter account gets bigger, whatnot, whatever the case might be. I'm that kind of person. I'm a very loyal person. And I stick by people. And I'm really faithful when it comes to friendships. And the thing that upsets me the most about Christians and or any regular theists for that matter is the fact that they see that they think that we don't have values. They think that we are just these godless heathens running around, running amok, stirring up a bunch of shit, you know. And a lot of it doesn't make any sense. They create this force field ignorance around them, and it's just appalling. It really is. Excuse me for a moment. But yeah, it's crazy, you know. I just don't understand it anymore. And it's become a growing problem. And boy, let me tell you, I've noticed a lot lately by watching the news, on the internet, whatever the case might be, you know. Our numbers are increasing. And then that is something that they have a problem with. So you get all these Christians coming out of the woodwork, you know, such as this guy. I've never seen him before. I've never met him. But one of the things that bothers me the most is, you know, is they think they're doing their God's work. They put him up on this pedestal, and they say that he's beyond our comprehension, he's beyond this, he's beyond that. I look at all of that as just another excuse to avoid the questions that are being asked towards them when we find contradictions in their Bible, when we find contradictions in their doctrines, whatever the case might be. That is the excuse they have. It is beyond your comprehension. It is beyond our comprehension. And you have to forgive me, I'm just bouncing all over the place today, you know. It is kind of like a rant video, so to speak. You know, I have a lot to say today, you know, and this video really prompted it. The one that I've seen. It really got me going today. And when they say, you know, he's beyond our comprehension, it really pisses me off, especially when they turn around and tell us all these things about him. And you're like, well, wait a minute. Didn't you say a little bit ago that he was beyond comprehension? If he's beyond comprehension, what are you describing him for? And again, it's just, I think, another excuse to avoid the actual discussion at hand. This guy here, you know, he really doesn't know any better, I don't think, you know. But if he would just have a sit down with any of us and actually have a good, sound conversation, instead of jumping down our throats and insulting us and calling us names and saying that we ain't anything, and to top it all off, he says that he knows people in prison that are tougher than we are. Let me give you a little bit of a speech here. God loves YouTube. Or God, watches YouTube. See, I've worked in corrections for a long time. I have since I was 21. And when I watched your video, I noticed a little bit of that cockiness that comes from inmates. I noticed that little attitude that you sit there with your barrel chest spewing your words out of your mouth like if they're correct and that they're absolute facts, stuff like that. Well, I beg to differ, because they're not. And trust me, you know, I risk my life on a daily basis. I serve my community and do what I can to make sure everything gets done. And I have seen a lot more people that are a hell of a lot more dangerous than you are. Enough with that pissing contest, you know. Let's get to the discussions. You claim God is great. God is this. God is that. Or why would he tell people to take their unruly children out to the edge of town and stone them to death? Why would he tell people that the raped women must marry their attackers? Why would he tell people to kill their firstborns? Why would he even send some type of mist of death to kill their firstborns? Why would he do all this slaughtering? Why would he send 2 bears to come out of the woods anonymously to maul 45 children because they were making fun of someone that was bald? What good does that come out of? There's no good to be had from that. That kind of thing does not make any sense. So when I hear all these things about God saying, you know, he's good and stuff, that's actually offensive to me. Because quite frankly, it is the opposite. A lot of people say, you know, if you don't believe in God, why do you talk about him so much? It's because of people like you. People like you who force it down our children in our schools, who force it on our lives on a daily basis, who impose your ideas and your dogmas and whatever the case might be onto us. The primitive actions your people take on atheists such as myself. I'm pretty sure if my neighborhood knew I was an atheist, I'd probably have Molotov cocktails thrown through my window right now. But hey, it's all for Jesus, right? Now, see, that's something I don't agree with. And that's something I never have agreed with, and I never, condone. I don't condone violence. I'm a very peaceful person. I'm a family person. I keep to myself. But lately, I have been urged. I have been pushed. And there's a fire burning inside of me right now. And it makes me want to do more for atheism. And keep in mind, I will be doing more. You can mark my words on that. And when the day comes, I'm going to tell you, God watches YouTube. I told you so. Because that's just the way the cookie crumbles with me. With that said, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. It is kind of late at night, and I'm trying to get this video made as quick as possible. For those of you that haven't already, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Leave some comments in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to discuss them with you guys. I'll have another video later on. I want to be working on that pretty soon. I'm gonna go lay down for a little bit so I can get some sleep. But you guys have a good night. And like I've said before, thank you guys, my subscribers, and thank my future subscribers for allowing me to have a voice. Thank you for giving me a chance to talk to you guys, to even have the ability to do this. And like a good friend said, doesn't matter if you have 1 subscriber, it doesn't matter if you have 1,000,000 subscribers. If someone is taking the time to listen to what you have to say, that is good. And with that said, like I said, I thank you guys for listening to what I have to say. Thank you for being there. Get some sleep, guys, if you need to sleep. For those of you that are just waking up, good morning, wherever you may be. And remember, guys, can't be good, be good at it.